We got $25 from Efriti, who says, it's too hot to sleep here in Norway. Thanks to SGDQ, I have something to do when I'm awake at night. As always, shoutouts to my fellow volunteers. Mod Squad love with the heart. Thank you, Efriti. I appreciate that because I'm also Mod Squad. We have $20 from John Sun, who says, big shout outs to the shmup community. Y'all came a long way from Electric Underground asking for shmups at GDQ, to Gus doing the Mushi Hamesa Futari run at AGDQ, and now the shmup block from SGDQ. If you've never seen shmups, please don't take your eyes off the screen. Enjoy the best of the genre from its biggest fans here. How about this? We have $50 from Magus495, who says, finally got a chance to donate. Don't tell my boss that I've been watching GDQ for the entire week from home. It's okay, Magus, so have I. I actually see in the chat here, it looks like some of you guys might be wondering what a shmup is. So shmup stands for shoot 'em up. It's those games where you're basically just a couple pixels and there's bullets all over the screen and it seems inhumanly possible, but somehow we do it. So shoot 'em up, that's where we're at right now. $5 from Ryan164, who says, save those animals. My friends, what's that? I have just received words that we are actually ready to start the run of DoDonPachi Saidaioujou by Kayar. Let's go!
Hey everyone, hello, I'm kayar. Hello everyone, I'm kayar. I felt very honored to join GDQ as a runner because GDQ is such an event with a good intention. I will be playing DoDonPachi Saidaioujou developed by Cave. It's very difficult game. The difficulty level is very similar to Mushi Hamesa Futari, which was shown at last GDQ run by Gus. I'm going to be using strategy that is aiming for the high score. However, this is RTA event. I will be trying to finish to the run with one attempt if possible. I generally don't speak English as well, so my friend ReFKey and Softdrink will be commentating. I hope everyone enjoy the run. Thank you.
All right, hey SGDQ, how's everyone doing today? This is ReFKey. I'm here for the commentary for the game called DoDonPachi Saidaioujou. Along with voice of Western shmup community named Softdrink is here with us. So how are you doing today, Softdrink?
I'm good. You're too kind here.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm ready to go for the run. Is everyone ready for the run?
I'm good.
All right, let's let the countdown begin. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is DoDonPachi Saidaioujou, played on an Xbox 360. He will be selecting a Type B expert, and then the expert is basically the difficult mode that ramps up to the highest difficulty. But you have a smaller hitbox and then better firepower in terms of both normal and then the laser shot. And for this run, he will be playing regular arcade mode with the additional setting, which is 3 extra bombs and an auto shield for the marathon safety. Since this run is specifically aiming for the reaching to the true final boss named Hibachi, so in order to get to Hibachi, you're only allowed to die no more than one. So right now, here we are at the stage 1. Kayar is going to playing very fundamental survival play here. So he will be pulling off a very special trick in the later stages, such as stage 3 and 5. So we're going to be explaining a bit about the fundamentals here. So Softdrink, could you explain more about how this game works here?
Absolutely. So DoDonPachi Saidaioujou is a very complicated game, but the core player mechanics are quite simple. So you have 2 different shot types, a wide rapid shot and a focused laser. Now these tie into the scoring and combo system. So if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you'll notice a number with hit next to it. That is your chain count, and that's essentially like a combo meter. So the more enemies you kill within close proximity to each other, the higher that number will go. And enemies, larger enemies, you can maintain that combo even if you don't kill them right away by holding the laser on them. So as you increase the number of enemies in your combo, you will gain additional points through a system called the Get Point system. Essentially, each enemy has a base value, and as long as you're maintaining a chain, the Get Point value, which is located in the upper left-hand corner, although you can't see it right now because it's a boss fight, but the Get Point value will continue to increase by each enemy's base value. So you kill an enemy, it adds to the Get Point counter, and then the next enemy that you kill gives you the current value of the Get Point counter plus that enemy's base value. So as you can imagine, it's a very geometric scoring system. You're able to get much higher scores just by getting a few extra hits in your chain. So right here, Kayar's using a hyper a little bit early for a rank management technique, something I'll get into a little bit later. So what are hypers? What did I even just say? There is another mechanic which you can activate by using the bomb button. Now note that those do share the same input. This is important. Oh, interesting. It's a slightly modified strategy. Sorry, I was not expecting that. So the hyper is indicated on screen by the yellow bar that's horizontal, building up under where it says hyper level 0 right now. As that bar fills, you will collect a hyper, and you can stock up to 10 hypers at a time. That's indicated both there and in a little box that will show up under the player ship. Now, when you activate a hyper, the strength of your shot increases, strength of your laser increases, but there are also a couple additional effects. So immediately, the bullet speed of enemies will dramatically increase, and it will also have a persistent effect on the overall game difficulty, which we refer to as rank. That's what that rank number in the top center of the screen indicates. The hyper will also increase the number of hits that you gain from defeating enemies and holding a laser on them. And it will also have a multiplicative effect on the Get Point counter, which is critical for the scoring technique that Kayar hopes to exploit later in the run. So everything that he's done in up to this point in the game has all been to set up his rank to be as low as possible before heading into the third stage. So this is the stage 2 mid-boss right here, which he just manually used a bomb on in order to lower the rank.
Alright, very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Using a manual bomb will decrease the rank more than using an automatic bomb, which will be triggered because he chose the auto on setting at the start of the game. The only other ways to lower the game rank are to die, or there's technically speaking, the rank will raise when you enter hyper and then lower when you exit hyper, but it's easier just to think about it as not really something that contributes to the rank system. So, and then every time you use a hyper, sorry, the rank will raise, but it won't lower all the way. It will stay slightly elevated. So here, coming into the stage 2 boss with 5 stock hypers, that's a little bit below where he wants to be, but he should build up the rest of the way during this fight. Ideally, he wants to enter stage 3 with rank as low as possible. In this case, he's at rank 0, so perfect going there. And 6 or more hypers. And this is to set up a scoring trick that he's going to be using throughout that stage. This pattern right here is incredibly dangerous, but once you have sort of a route for it, you can manipulate it a lot better. He's going to try to be on the top right or lower right to manipulate this pattern right here. So this pattern is actually aimed at him, and ideally he won't have to dodge through that 3-way set of red bullets Yeah, there you go. Because he was on the right side of the screen, that three-way set of red bullets ended up being in a particular configuration where he did not need to dodge through it. So delaying the kill a little bit there to generate more of these star items. So these stars are generated whenever you trigger a screen cancel. And this happens when you kill certain enemies like boss phases or certain large enemies we're going to see in stage 3, for example. You also get a screen cancel when you activate a hyper. This is critical for the scoring trick that Kayar is going to try to demonstrate. So the number of hypers that you have stocked will influence the strength of the different effects. So if you have 6 hypers, you have significantly higher damage than you would if you just had 1 hyper, for example. And then there are a couple specific breakpoints. When you have 6 or more hypers, instead of canceling the screen into small stars, all the bullets on the screen will be canceled into large stars when you activate the hyper. Something we're going to see right here. So see all these large star items that are spawned right there. These star items are critically important. They both directly contribute to your hit count. I think each large star is worth like 10 hits, although I don't know exactly. They increase the GP slightly. They increase the overall score slightly as a result. And they also build hyper. They won't build hyper initially, but as you notice right here, if he collects a whole bunch of them while he's not in hyper, then his hyper gauge will very rapidly increase. So while you're in hyper, collecting stars is not particularly useful, but while you're out of hyper, it's critical for recharging your hyper. And that's a trick that we just saw, where he wants to time the end of his hyper so that he's killing a large enemy that will cause a screen clear right before his hyper ends. So
Oh, that's really nice. Is it hyper level 6?
yeah, he's very
cool.
So right here, he's gonna cause a cancel with the hyper, then wait for a moment. Now duck down again after a bunch of bullets spawn. Yeah, right there. Cause another screen clear because these these buildings that have turrets on top of them will cause a screen clear on this stage when you kill the building at the base. So the hitbox of that building only activates after you have destroyed both turrets on top of it. So now here, because of exactly when he started this hyper, he's going to be able to kill this turret on the right side of the screen right now, and then the building underneath it and get a recharge. So watch this. Here comes the building, and now he's exiting hyper, so he collects all of those coins, and he goes from 0 to hyper level 5 and almost to 6 immediately. So these are called hyper recharges, and they're critically important. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
So he just took a hit there, and the auto shield was activated. So that means that he can no longer go for super high scoring strategies on stage 3.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, so unfortunately, because the scoring is so dependent on chain, when you lose your chain and you lose your get point value, a lot of the super high scoring strategies are no longer going to be worthwhile. So I believe he's going to be transitioning to safe strats here. We'll see in a moment. Oh no, so he's still going for some scoring stuff.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
activating that there, and then again, waiting for a lot of bullets to be on the screen before going for the cancel caused by the building. So the initial hyper cancel is important for score, and also any additional cancels you can get. So now here, this stage 3 mid boss, he's going to try to keep it alive a little bit longer. He's going to go for another recharge right here. Yeah, that looked really good. Let's see how much he gets off of it. 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Oh man, almost 9.
All the way.
That is awesome.
Oh, okay, 9. All right, 9 is still good enough.
Yeah, definitely. Now he's going to wait a little bit before triggering the phase transition here. Right, nice. And that does a little bit more of a bullet cancel and sets him up nicely for this section. So his routing for the end of stage 3 is incredibly challenging. So he's going to try to get as many bullets as possible on the screen at once when going for a lot of these cancels. And there's going to be another one coming up in a bit. So that hyper activation, even though it seems like there's not very much going on right now, it's actually incredibly important. There's another one of these buildings that's going to show up on the right here. And he's going to do some really, really crazy dodging to get through this. Let's see it. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. Go get the recharge. Get the recharge, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Hyper. All the way back up to max. So now he's at hyper level 10. So had he managed to continue his chain all the way through up to this point, he would have had a much higher chain value, a much higher get point value at this point. And his score would be in a state that we refer to as overflow, because it's actually caused by an integer overflow in the programming. I'm not going to go into the specifics of how it works, but the TLDR is that if you have a get point value of over 27 million due to a programming bug, the actual point value that you get from enemies will instead be over 999 million. So the only way to actually reach this in a real run, though, is with these incredibly optimized cancels and recharges. And the only 2 stages where you can do that to this extent are stage 3 and stage 5. So hopefully we'll get to see it in stage 5. but it's really a very all or nothing mechanic. Like, you either get it or you absolutely don't. And unfortunately, the executional requirement is so high that it's not particularly marathon safe. So the fact that he's going for it at all is incredible. His scoring, even though he hasn't achieved the overflow, his scoring right here is already phenomenal. He's got like 7.4 billion, which is amazing for a score coming out of stage 3. Now, for the stage 3 boss, he's going to start off the first phase of this by point blanking. If he's using the laser, the ship has a small aura around it, and that aura will actually deal extra damage. You can tell if this is happening because there's a little bit of extra hit spark effect that you can see, like some extra particle effects there. This is a super difficult pattern to do with the point blank. You have to be really precise with your movements. So this next set of bullets, you actually stay completely still. If you move at all, you will get hit. But if you stay still, it's a safe spot right there, but only for that version of the pattern. Now, this second pattern here is pretty tricky. We're going to see him just try to dodge it because he wants to preserve his resources for stage 5.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Nice.
Oh, wow. That was just incredible dodges, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this pattern is also very hard to dodge.
All right, this is an even more trickier one, though.
Yeah, we may see him switch to shot. Oh, okay.
All right,
hyper for safety. That's good.
All right.
So that was a safety strat. His rank is now higher than he wants it to be, so I'm curious what he's going to do about that. We may see some intentional usage of bombs, or maybe even an intentional death, in order to reduce that rank value. Ideally, he wants it at 14 or below when he enters stage 5. So the more hypers you use at once, the more rapidly your hyper rank will increase. So when he used 5 hypers there, I believe his rank went up by 3 points, that kind of thing. So stage 4 is unfortunately not a particularly significant stage for scoring purposes, simply because stage 3 and 5 are worth geometrically more. So he's mostly going to be concentrating on survival play here, although he also does want to try to set himself up for stage 5. So the first half of the stage is mostly just kind of dodging and setting things up. So we can probably take like 1 donation here.
Yeah, we have $500 from Speedrun Dillet and 91, who says, hi from France. Best of luck to KR, and thanks, very big thanks to the GDQ staff and to Doctors Without Borders for their amazing work. I believe in the Minecraft goal. Let's get it. Oh yeah, that's a 400,000 goal, so let's see a lot more of those.
Awesome. Ooh, okay, so we take another hit there.
All right.
Not a huge deal at this point, although, again, because he got hit with the auto shield instead of with an auto bomb, his rank does not actually decrease.
That's... Okay, I thought the rank's gonna go down if he activates the auto shield.
No, it's still there.
Okay.
So,
that's little...
Right there, his positioning was super important. He wanted to come out of that section on the right side, otherwise you get walled up in expert really, really fast. It's very dangerous. So he handled that really well, and now here just very slight movements and misdirecting the shots with these small enemies.
Look at this freaking layered.
Oh man,
pattern.
okay, good. He used the hyper. I'm so good.
Oh yeah, I'm actually really surprised too.
This mid boss is very, very scary, and in order to get the only fixed 1-up in this game, he needs to not bomb during this mid boss. Now at this point, if he takes any hits, he will auto bomb. Okay, come on, kill it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So now he gets the 1-up. There you go. It was on screen there for just a second. You may or may not have seen it, but it was on there, and he picked it up. So he's got 5 spare lives now, which is setting him up pretty well for the stage 4 boss and for the rest of the run. So that's nice. As I said, that's the only fixed extent in the game, and you have to no-bomb that mid-boss to get it. And it's actually a very, very tricky fight, so I'm glad that he used the hyper for safety there. This section here is a lot about memo, like you need to know... Okay. Auto bomb, that's all right.
Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. He's still got this.
Yeah, I think he's okay. So this section is just a lot about like knowing where enemies are going to be coming onto the screen. It's very, very difficult in any mode of this game, frankly, but especially so an expert to make it through that section purely on reaction. You really need to have an understanding of where and when those small enemies are going to come out, because they just flood the screen with revenge bullets.
Oh my gosh, that was...
Nice. Now he's going to try to go up and over to the left in just a second. Yep, there you go. And now slowly cut his way back down to the left. Nice. He picked up a bee there, which is something we haven't really talked about, but there are hidden bees in the environment, and you expose them by hitting them with the tip of your laser. And when you collect them, they increase your hyper gauge. They also give you some points, but the most notable impact is that they increase your hyper charge by a significant amount, and how much they increase it depends on how many hits you have in your chain right now. So if you have, I think, over 1,500 hits in your chain, you can get like a third of a hypercharge from a single B, that kind of thing.
Oh god, this pattern right here. Oh my gosh. It just scares me, man.
Yeah, so here he's going to slowly tap over to the side and then start tapping up the side of the screen. And he knows exactly when the boss warning is going to come and clear all the bullets.
Oh, man.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
gonna, oh, nice.
yeah,
Okay,
and
it
then
didn't really wall him out.
boss warning comes out, so kind of a scary way to do it, but he makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Stage 4 boss is incredibly mean. Right away, you're going to see some really ridiculous patterns, and he's going to have to cut through these walls. Nice.
Okay.
Every
he found
time
the
I
gap.
see this, it scares me. Come on.
Yeah, he just needs to find
Nice.
the gap and just...
Nice.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
He pulled it off. Oh my gosh, that was really nice.
Yeah, there is no easy way to do that. It's just like, do you see the gap and can you move through it? So
Yeah, exactly.
Hyper here for extra damage. He's again trying to kind of point blank the boss.
Oh no, that was unfortunate.
That looked intentional to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and now he's bombing. He's manually using his bombs. So again, Hyper and Bomb are on the same button. So you actually have to not have any Hypers available if you want to manually bomb, which he does want to do for the purposes of lowering the rank. So we're probably going to see... Oh no, he won't see another one at this point. We may see an auto bomb if he's really feeling brave. But
oh man,
keep in mind that the condition to reach the true last boss, which he would like to do in this run, is not to die more than once. So at this point, every resource really matters. I think we're probably going to see him hang on to that auto bomb if he can, all the way through the rest of the game.
And right now, he's just destroying the options just to try and recharge the hypers for the next stages. Yep.
So
I think he's gonna...
Since there's so many enemies around you, your aura can hit a whole bunch of enemies at once. And the aura actually has a property where it generates more hyper than almost any other behavior in the game. So by doing this, you're able to build your hyper very rapidly. But it's a little tricky to do. It may not look like it, but those drones actually do have a collision box, and they can and will crush you. They're also capable of firing bullets inward at you while you're inside that circle. So ideally, he wants to leave this boss fight with 7 or more hypers. That will set him up perfectly. Oh yeah, there you go. There's some of those bullets on the inside. That'll set him up perfectly for stage 5. So he makes this look really easy, but it's a very challenging milk to do effectively. There you go. There's 7.
Super precise about it. Oh,
so
level 7.
All
right.
Yeah, so he's in really good shape right now for stage 5.
Yep. Man, I'm glad that he just made through this like so far.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very, very good run so far. All right.
All right, so this is gonna be the.
Oh, I like the
If
peace
you
sign.
think this is hard, oh, you haven't seen anything. This is gonna be the part where it's gonna really, really difficult. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
stage 5 is like a whole different game entirely. Especially when you played for score the way that he's going to. It's incredibly precise. There's going to be just cancel after cancel after cancel, recharge after recharge after recharge. And to top it all off, he has to do the entire opening of this stage without using any hypers. So all the stuff right now that you're seeing, he cannot use a hyper here. He cannot use a bomb here. He must just raw dodge all this and rely on his routing and his planning to get through all this. He needs to save those resources for the mid-boss section if he wants to play for score. The other thing to keep in mind is that he usually practices these tricks at rank 14, and his rank is currently 18. So that's, you know, it may be a little bit of a challenge for him. We'll see. It also might have an impact on his scoring potential, since technically speaking, the scoring tricks that he's going to use are more optimal at lower rank. If the bullets move slower, you can get more of them on the screen at once when you go for these really big cancels and recharges. So at these higher rank values, it's actually going to score a little bit lower than it otherwise would. But having said that, I think we're still going to see some pretty big numbers if he manages to pull it off.
Are we actually going to see the another overflow here?
We can, yeah. So stage 5 is actually like, it used to be thought that you could only get the overflow on stage 5, but relatively recently it was discovered that you can get overflow on stage 3 as well. It's just extremely difficult and extremely precise to do. This section is super tight. I think, yeah, he's got it. He's got it. You just got to keep moving to the side there and come into it at the right position, and it makes that little window for you to go out. It does not look like it's possible, but it is.
All right,
so
another nice dodge.
Now
this is gonna be the boss rush.
And yeah, there's several mid-bosses in a row here. So I think we might see 5 mid-bosses in a row here. He starts off with a point blank, then taps down and slowly to the center. Now he is going to activate a hyper and start point blanking. He's only going to have to dodge one of these rings of blue bullets. Now he's going to slowly move over to the right, and the mid-boss is going to die. Yep, there you go. Now, he's going to maintain his chain for a little bit here, and actually, if his timing is even a little bit off, he can completely drop his chain. One thing we haven't talked about is that the chain in this game is actually very strict while you're in hyper. If your chain gauge, which is that vertical gauge on the side, goes completely to 0, you lose your chain completely. And a really nice recharge right there. His routing is timed such that he can completely kill that second mid boss just off of the residual power from that hyper. Again, it wouldn't work as well at lower hyper power because you do extra damage the more hypers you have. So now here into the third mid boss. He's going to point blanket for a little bit, then drop down. And now he's going to wait for the second pulse of this and then activate his hyper. It looked like he hit level 8 right before that, which is excellent. So he got a cancel on starting the mid-boss, then another cancel on defeating the mid-boss. And again, since he's in high-level hyper, all of the cancels he gets are into large stars, which is better for score and for chain build-up. So now we're in another transition period, and now here into the fourth mid-boss, which just like the second one is going to die really fast, and there should be a recharge right here. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Oh, that's...
okay. Okay, that's a bummer. So I do not believe we will be able to see overflow now because the overflow check relies on having high get point value from these mid bosses. So
also he doesn't have a bomb anymore. That means one more death. No hibachi for this run.
Yeah, that's true. We will still see him go for the same general scoring strategies. I believe we'll see him go for the same recharges and such. But it is quite unfortunate. So. As you can see how fast the rank is running up, you know, we're already at 27, and we're only halfway through this stage, so.
Oh wait, he just got the bomb. Okay.
Yeah, he did just get that bomb. So for survival, it's not quite as bad as one might think, since he now he effectively has a whole other auto bomb available, and he'll get another bomb before the end of the stage.
All right, so you just have to just...
Oh, very nice move right here. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. No, that was...
This section is really, really hard, so.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, so
hopefully he just survived really well until that point.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope
so. No, okay.
Interesting. It seemed like maybe intentional. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll ask him about it later. So now we hit the Bs. There's these very large B-shaped enemies here, and they are going to be absolutely critical for his play in the later part of Stage 5. So he's going to keep some of them alive for cancels and recharges. Like right here, he's going to kill this one in the corner, and then kill this one up here.
Oh, God.
Small mistake. Come on, get it. Okay, good. And you get the double recharge? Yeah, you did. Nice. Yep. So by killing those two Bs in super close proximity to each other, he was able to get 2 full screen clears. When you kill those Bs well in hyper, they will cancel everything on the screen into large stars. And as a result, he was able to recharge all the way up to hyper level 8 from hyper level 1. So these big B enemies are super, super important. All right, is he going to go for the Daikaiten here? I think this is.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
The best dodge of all time, I would say.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pull it up. Yes.
Oh. Just at the end. Oh, just at the end.
Was okay.
All right, so that is. I think the translation is something like great rotation. It's an absolutely absurd maneuver that is pulled off for very, very, very high level scoring of Stage 5 in expert mode. So you have to go all the way around the top of the screen there in order to keep that B alive, and that will let you get an extra recharge off of that B that otherwise you would not be able to get because you have to kill it too early for your hyper to run out. So here he's going to wait a little bit and then activate his hyper at a specific time right here, and then he's going to just avoid that enemy on the right and wait for a B recharge. It's going to be coming up. I think there's 2 more Bs and then he has a recharge. So again here, just like still trying to play for score, trying to show off everything this game has. Hyper. It's going to come up, you know it's going to be here. You know it. So right here, I think it's not going to be this one. It's going to be the next one. Oh no, it is this one. Okay.
Oh, yep.
There you go.
You just kill the 2 things at twice.
Hyper. Oh yeah.
All right.
And now, hopefully we will see him handle this section correctly. This is also an incredibly difficult section. He wants to not use his hypers here. He wants to save them a little bit. Ooh, that was tight. Okay, so he took a hit there. It's unfortunate. But I think that was planned. Doesn't look like he was surprised by it, at least. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, that's really scary.
This game is just so
So now
brutal.
here's where he would activate his hyper. And if he had done the rest of the stage without any mistakes, and it truly is without any mistakes, there is no room for error at all. then we would have come here with the overflow active, and all of these enemies, instead of being worth, you know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of points, would be worth hundreds of millions or even potentially billions of points. So you can get a ton of score here. To put it in perspective, right now he has, I believe, about 12 billion. And if he had achieved the overflow, he would have gotten a score of around 3 trillion by this point. So it's truly an insane glitch, and it allows for some really absurd scores. So now coming up to the stage 5 boss for you. It's a very, very, very difficult fight. He has good resources coming into it, though. He has a hyper, 2 bombs, and 2 lives spare. So should be...
But you still gotta be careful, though.
Fingers crossed, but I feel good about it.
Yep.
So this first attack is going to be a bunch of sort of like rotating spirals, and they're really, really tight. And he just is not going to have any of it. You know, you'll usually see players do this where they sort of point blank, and again they use that laser aura damage to do extra. And then you use some bombs manually, and you're actually able to get so much hyper charge from that laser and then bomb combination that you build up another full hyper right there. So again, that's exploiting the invulnerability frames of the hyper activation and the bomb usage to just get right up on top of the boss. This boss does have a collision box, so if you get too close to it, you will die. But with those iframes, you can just sit right up there. Now this attack, will he skip it completely, or... Yeah, so he skips it completely. Good. That pattern, if it gets going, is incredibly hard to dodge. So everything that he was setting up for in that first phase is just specifically to skip that pattern. Now, second phase, this is super, super fast and very difficult to dodge. We'll probably see him switch to shot, So, interesting quirk about this game is that... Very nice. Whoa, okay.
Oh, okay, that was...
Was that a manual bomb? I may have been...
No, it was an auto bomb, actually.
Okay.
It should be. Oh, okay, that was...
Interesting quirk about this game is the player shot actually can cause additional slowdown. So if you have more projectiles on screen, the game will slow down to partially as a hardware limitation, but partially because it gives you more time to react and lets you dodge more intense patterns. And if you actually use the player shot, you can put more projectiles on the screen to sort of artificially and intentionally add more slowdown. Ooh, just at the end there. So that pattern you wanted to misdirect to the side, which he did successfully to create those nice little channels to move through. Now this last pattern here, the hexagons,
hardest one,
the beehive, this is a very, very hard pattern. There's just so much going on. You know, you have the pink needles coming towards you. You have the hexagons themselves, which have collision boxes. If you don't shoot, they will crush you. You have the blue bullets that are coming down and slightly at angles. You know, they're not coming down straight. Believe it or not, it's very, very hard to fit between them. It looks like you'd be able to do it, but because they're coming down at an angle, it's actually really hard to do that consistently. And then to top it all off, when the hexagons hit the bottom of the screen, they start shooting more bullets up. So it just keeps getting worse. And the boss takes greatly reduced damage during this pattern, although I'm not quite sure if that's just because of slowdown or because there's literally some kind of damage reduction going on. Either way, it's a very, very challenging pattern, and you just kind of have to deal with it for a while. Okay, so you took a hit there with an auto shield, but it's all right. Oh boy. So one nice thing about this pattern is you're able to build up a fair bit of hyper during it because your aura grinds against so many enemies. And ideally, he would want a level 3 hyper or more. This is going to put him in a situation where he may have to bomb against this final phase. So first few seconds of the final phase are invulnerable, and then it transitions into this really mean pattern. So it's got a couple of these pink spreads, and then it starts just throwing stuff at you. Oh, he's trying to dodge it. Wow. Mad lad. All right,
okay,
get up there and use those iframes for the hyper. Come on. Yeah,
nice.
There you go. All right.
Yep, that was the basic 1cc for this game. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to see Hibachi yet. But after this one, we're gonna just show him. He's gonna show the Hibachi for the practice mode with the maximum rank enabled. So yeah, if you want to see the Hibachi in this game, yeah, this is the time now.
Oh yeah.
We still got some time for this one, so yeah.
Yeah, what a run. I mean, even though we're playing it on these settings that are slightly more marathon safe, it's still an absolutely unsafe game. Like there's so little room for error. There's so much that can go wrong, and the game is just throwing everything at you all the time. So really impressive to see, and really, really impressive that he kept going for those scoring strategies and kept playing it at that very high level, even though that makes it just even that little bit riskier to try to go for.
All right, so he's about to play some Hibachi run, I think.
Yeah, so I think now he's gonna head over to training moves
training
to show
mode.
off the
Yep.
Hibachi fight.
Yep.
So again, this is
okay. Just let me give the countdown. Should I give the countdown for this one? All right. 3.
We're sorry, we're just confirming that was time on the old run, right?
Just the run, yes, but like
Yeah, that was,
we're
it was
just
time
gonna
on,
like
the,
show
on the run. Now we're just going to show the...
Okay, so you're doing a boss.
Yeah.
プレゼントとバイ警部
All right.
ドドドドドドド
All right. 3, 2,
ドドンパチ
1,
最大
go.
And again, this is Hibachi, the secret boss that you would normally only fight by completing the entire game with 1 death or less. And that includes that incredibly mean stage 5 boss. So Kayar's strategy for dodging and dealing with Hibachi is very unconventional. Normally you'll see players shoot her almost constantly, but he actually avoids shooting her for most of the time because he finds it significantly easier to identify the bullet patterns on the screen and dodge them reactively if he's not also firing himself, which is quite surprising and very entertaining to watch.
Oh my gosh, this is really freaking fast. I just don't even see it. Is he gonna dodge it?
Yeah, it's incredibly fast.
Oh, okay. That was close actually. That was the last wave of it, but
さすがここまで来た
And now this here, the boss fires out these little like missiles, and when they hit the walls, they explode, and you just have to kind of track where they're going and react to it. So, and here, sort of like a callback to one of the previous games in the DoDonPachi series. This is sort of like a famous bullet pattern, if you can call it that. And he may try to get a little damage in here, but just moving side to side, it looks easy, but you have to be very precise with the movement, and the kind of spirals don't line up perfectly, so you have to be really careful. Now here, this attack where she comes down to the bottom of the screen is really good for maximizing damage because you can just sit right on top of her and grind for massive damage for a while. But then the bullets start coming down from the top of the screen and everything starts shifting slowly sideways. So you have to be really precise with your timing to deal with this.
oh, by the way, if you're really interested in this game, Xbox 360 port is region free, and then it can be purchased digitally. So check it out if you really want to try this game out. It's gonna be really intense.
Oh boy.
Also,
Okay.
oh god.
Oof. Oof. Come on.
Oh boy. Oh,
Okay,
he
okay,
did it. Okay.
Okay.
So, another note, it's also an updated version of the Saidaioujou has been announced for the Extra Arcadia arcade platform. So look forward to it if you're really interested. All right, back to fight and oh god, okay, another pattern of these.
Yeah, I
gonna
still
dodge
can't
it. Oh,
believe
wait.
that he just stopped shooting like that. It's really scary. It's so scary to
Oh
watch.
god. Yeah, it is.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, he dodged it though. He managed it. Oh.
Yeah, he's just going for it. Oh man.
Oh,
man.
God.
All
All
right.
right.
Nice, nice, nice.
All right, time
And
for
now
the
he's
point
got us in
blanking.
here. Yeah. See, also, I believe that there is a Cave Co., the company that released this game, has a merchandise store, including a couple art books and T-shirts and things like that. And they have some Saidaioujou goodies in there. So anyone who's interested in that, I believe it's on Booth. I don't remember the exact URL. My apologies. So now
Alright,
the
this is the
phase here.
final point. Yeah, we're about to see the washer dryer. I mean washer machine. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the pattern.
Yeah, the washing machine. This is another very famous pattern. It's sort of a callback to one of the previous games in the series.
The one from a
Oh my
Daiyojo,
gosh!
isn't it?
Oh my gosh! It's
Oh,
dodging.
okay.
Yeah, so the purple section is a lot easier to actually dodge, but having said that, it's still
Oh.
incredibly hard to deal with. Just everything's so fast and so dense. Oh boy, yeah, that's not too surprising. Oh man, come on.
Oh god.
Oh. Okay, so this is kind of scary. He's
Yeah, I don't
running
think
a little
he's
low
gonna
on
make it though.
resources. I think
Yeah,
he can
it's-
do it, but it's tense. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on, please use the hyper.
Oh,
Thank you.
hyper.
So one of the things that makes this fight so challenging is that the boss
Oh.
actually has
Oh, he almost did it.
so this
He really
shield,
almost did it.
this shield around the boss actually prevents your damage from going through. So the boss is only vulnerable when you are. When you bomb or when you respawn after death or activate a hyper. Oh my gosh, this dodging. Holy cow!
He did it!
Nice,
He
nice.
did it! Oh my gosh! I can't believe he did it. He only had like what? Oh, he had one
Yeah,
more
he had a
left,
whole.
but
Oh no, he didn't. He just got that from defeating the boss. Actually, he was down to 0 star.
What?
Yeah, that was
pretty
awesome.
funny.
That was awesome.
All right. So that should be the time. Yep, time. All right. So I think I'm gonna give Kaya mic. He got something to say for the stream. Oh, just give me a second, please. Okay. All right, here's the mic, Kaya.
DoDonPachi.
Unfortunately, I was not able to show off good gameplay, but I will be appreciated if you all think of it as part of human experience. we fail all the time. I hope you all get interested in STG genre by watching this run. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.
All right, so we're officially finished our run. But before we close up our showcase, I would like to give shout-outs to the shmup.system11 forums, the brand new shmup.wiki, the shmup and the STG Rap 2020 Discord servers, shmups on the Twitter, and lastly, Electric Underground on YouTube. If you're interested in getting into this genre, make sure to check out these communities. There are tons of resources for that, and I hope you enjoyed our showcase, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that was an incredible showcase. Thank you, Kayar. I don't even really understand exactly how they pulled through at the end there, but that was really fantastic. How about this, guys? We have a $50 donation from Fried Spam, who says, absolutely loving the shmup block. And then Anonymous donates $55.55. Says, here's some fives for the shmup block. Jackal2419 donates $50 and says, for all the speedrunners and organizers. $27 from Axe Jax, who says, thank you, SGDQ. 2020 needed this. I can't agree more. And don't forget, everybody, we still have the fate of the animals are on the line. We need to see who's going to win. Is it save the animals or is it save the frames? I have just received word that we're ready for some prizes. So I'm going to hand it over to my friend Sent.
Hello everyone. Good morning and welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick Online 2020. I'm so sorry I missed you all come in. I was still just reeling from that shmup block. Can we get another round of virtual applause or applause in chat for Magar, Kayar, and Pingval? That was incredible. As someone who plays shmups, you know, they are designed to look very impressive, but that was not just for looks. All three of those runs were incredibly well done. Now, while I'm here, I figured, hey, you know, I could talk about a lot of things, but I think I know what the people want me to talk about. Besides the lamp, we're not talking about the lamp today. We're talking about prizes. Prizes that you all can win by donating to the marathon, specifically between now and the end of Super Metroid, which is coming up as the next run. So you want to get your donations in soon. And hey, when you donate, remember, you don't have to put your donation specifically to prizes. You can put your donation to any incentive in the marathon, such as the traditional save or kill the animals incentive, or the Minecraft bonus game we have going on a little bit later today, so make sure to keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about some of the great prizes we have. I believe for a $10 minimum donation from our friends over at Studio Pen, we have this beautiful Edakun Climb. There we go. That's the correct direction for it. Edakun Climb watercolor print from Studio Pen. you know, it's cute. It's the moment in Super Metroid where the animals, the Edakuns, teach you that hey, you can wall jump. Wall jumping is a really good skill to have. You're gonna need the wall jump to finish Super Metroid. You're gonna need this print to be able to enjoy it. It's a $10 minimum donation, I do believe. Also, for a $10 minimum donation from our good friend Puzzle P, we have this beautiful GDQ painting. Again, I've said it before, I will say it again, I will continue to say it until the end of the marathon. I love Puzzle P's style. It's absolutely beautiful. It really does just remind me of that like high school notebook doodle you do during math class or whatever class you didn't particularly pay too much attention in. Also, the GDQ is done in a really nice kind of white. It's actually got like a little glitter residue on it, but it gives it a really nice effect. I'm a huge fan. Again, $10 minimum donation until the end of Super Metroid, I believe, so make sure to get those donations in. Now from Ryan Thiel, we also have this beautiful Yoshi and Yoshi's Eggs painting. It's acrylic on canvas. I really love the backgrounds that Ryan does for these paintings. The solid green here somehow stands out against Yoshi, even though Yoshi is also green in this painting. I love the variety of eggs. I think it's super cute. Again, a $10 minimum donation from now until the end of Super Metroid coming up. We have all kinds of other amazing prizes, and you should definitely head over to gamesdonequick.com and check out the tracker to see them. I know Eric Rose sent us even more amazing Vaporwave prints, this time styled after Samus and Metroid. They look absolutely great. You should definitely check them out. Our friends over at Inti Creates actually sent us a trio of Steam game keys for you all. It's a $20 minimum donation, I believe, and if you win, it is a Steam key for Dragon Marked for Death, Luminous Avenger Gunvolt, and Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. So, excellent trio of games available there. Now, speaking of shmups, from our friends at Cave Interactive themselves, we have a kind of an interesting package here. It's a collection of sealed shmup soundtracks from Cave themselves. It's so cool. We have a great collection here. It's a $30 minimum donation. I've heard a lot of these are really hard to find. And like I said, they are sealed and directly from the developer. It doesn't get fresher than that. But of course, we have Pink Sweets here. Everyone likes Pink Sweets. We have Akai Katana. It also, of course, comes with DoDonPachi Fukatsu Black Label. And we saw it a little earlier. We have Ketsui, Kazuna Go Katachi. We've got Death Smiles. Classic Death Smiles. Everyone knows Death Smiles. We've got DoDonPachi Daiojo. And we have DoDonPachi Daifukatsu. As well as, and this one I think is my favorite of the bunch, we have Mushihime-sama Futari, which I believe we saw at a previous event, and it comes in this huge case. It's super cool. Big fan. Big fan. You should definitely donate for them. I've seen a lot of hype in Discord, actually, from a few other shmup players. It's a $30 minimum donation until the end of Super Metroid. Make sure to get those donations in. Additionally, running all day today, we have a one-of-a-kind unique 6-foot banner from our friend LLK featuring all kinds of great characters. It's like Dark Souls, Souls game themed. It's really cool. You should head over to gamesdonequick.com, check out a picture of it. One of a kind. We make them for social media. We print out one copy of each that's like 6 feet by 1.5 feet long. And that's pretty much it. So that is a unique piece of GDQ memorabilia. It's a $50 single minimum donation. You got to donate $50 in order to be eligible to win it. But again, it's a one-of-a-kind piece of GDQ memorabilia. There's never going to be another one. If you want it, you got to donate for it today. That's how it works. And we can't talk about prizes without talking about our grand prize, which is, of course, an amazing heroic replica from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. We have a whole host of choices for you, including this beautiful Master Sword that we've been able to see at some past events. It is an absolutely stunning full tang high carbon blade here. Big fan of it. It's available with this Dark Link motif. There's also an alternate motif that includes kind of a more tarnished blade, as if it's been lying around in disuse for years. There's also it's also available as Link's regular blade in both, I believe, blue and purple. There's the Fierce Deity Sword from Majora's Mask. There's a full-size Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. There's the Hylian Shield. There's the Zora Guitar, which is also available as a 4-string bass. There are so many great options, and I'm going to need you to head over to GamesDoneQuick.com and check out the tracker. Click donate, check the donation tracker below the stream, and check out the prizes. Because when you check out the prizes, it's going to tell you all the information you need about the upcoming prizes in the marathon, how much you need to donate in order to win them, and when you need to get those donations in. I want you to check out the incentives page, also called the bids page, because that is going to be where you're going to find out how much we need, how much we still need to get some of these amazing incentives into the marathon, incentives like the Minecraft bonus run a little bit later today. And I want you to check out the schedule, because there are so many more amazing speedruns left in this marathon. Amazing speedruns like Super Metroid. Bruto Mello, why don't you take it away and get everyone excited?
All right, thank you, Sent, for that awesome prize segment. Can I see some GDQ lamps in the chat for Sent, please? We have $200 from GRM BRM, who says, Super Metroid hype! Oh, and then here's a spread of my favorite thing to see this morning. We have $50 from AJB Curate, who says, kill the animals, a perfect reason to give. Come on, save those frames. Save those frames. Okay, I added the second save those frames. $50 from Deku Tree 180, who says, save the frames, kill the animals. Oh, and what's this I'm seeing here? We have $100 from Anonymous, who says, gotta save the frames. Sorry, animals. If you can't tell by now, I'm biased. Chad, I need a favor. I need a favor. All right, I write a bunch of, save the frames, kill the animals donations right now, but really it's not even a competition. Save the Animals is winning by so much. I need some people to make a huge push for me, and I want to see a real competition. Shane 2D donates $25 and says, Super Metroid is the chocolate to GDQ's peanut butter. Save the animals. Thank you, Shane. We have $200 from Anonymous, who just says, everybody dance now. $500 donation from Klondike7124, who says, Friday, payday, birthday, and GDQ. Gotta donate. Shout out to the support crew making it all happen behind the scenes. This is incredible. We have another $500 donation, this from Zig144, who says, this year would have been my first in-person attendance, but there's always next year. Let's go, GDQ. We have an anonymous $200 donation who says, go, Zenny, go. Save the animals and the frames. This is what I like to see right here. We have $25 from Puera Telku, who says, haikus? Okay. Summer games done quick. Saving frames since way back when. Kill the animals. Raptor Buddha donates $100 and says, after flipping a coin, it looks like I want to save those frames. Always hyped for the Super Metroid runs. Best of luck to the runners, and thanks as always for putting on this amazing event. Oh, as much as I want to see Save the Frames win, I have to read this one. Okay, I lost it. Okay, there it is. It's $50 from Vatic, who says, donating on behalf of my two cats, Samus and Ridley. Save those animals. Oh, it's so heartwarming. Andy215 donates $50 and says, hey, game's done quick. Keep up the amazing work you do. Thank you. We have $77.77. I'm going to read the comment first. It says, a haiku. I know you expect words of a poet most wise, but it was me, Dio, from Totally Not Dio. $55.55 from Jimmy88, who says, I've missed most of the events, but look forward to catching up on YouTube over the next few weeks. Money goes to the Minecraft incentive. I just checked real quick just to see. For the Minecraft incentive, we're at $39,927.76 out of 400,000. Guys, we are 1/10 of the way to Minecraft, which is not super far away. We have quite a lot of money to raise, and I'm not good at quick math, but we have a lot of money to raise, guys. Let's see some incentives to Minecraft. Kite Rider donates $100 and says, come on, kill the animals. We know what they do in Metroid Fusion. We have an anonymous $250 donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody's patience. We're currently experiencing technical difficulties and we're trying to sort it out. So thanks for hanging out with me. A Goose 63 donates $500 with no comment. I know they didn't put a comment, but hopefully they put it towards Save the Animals. Okay, I'll be fair. I'll read some more Save the Animal donations. We have CTT Walla donates $50 and says, Save the Animals, smiley face. Aw, cute chat. Ryan164 donates $5 and says, Save those animals. Stout936 donates $100 and says, sorry runners, but more frames equals more GDQ, so save those animals. I like this one, it's super cute. We have $20 from Zarad on Nast 49 who says, a poem for Minecraft. All the world is blocks. Monsters hide in the darkness. Quickly, build a house. $25 from Materia Collector, I love that name by the way, who says, we broke 1 million, now we aim for 2. Thanks to all the SGDQ staff, crew, and runners. Thank you, Materia Collector. Well, if this isn't the sweetest thing I'm about to read. We have a $100 donation that says, this is a donation for my 5-year-old daughter, Penelope, who makes sure she reminds me to donate every single day a GDQ is on, and has been watching with me since she was a month old at AGDQ 2015. That's from Anonymous. Thank you so much. It's really sweet. Hey, how about this? MattFace114 donates $150 and says, I want to see Minecraft. That's it. That's the donation. Thank you, MattFace. Zero Jedi donates $30 and says, I feel sad we're already on the final day, but this marathon has been one of the best ever. I know it's tough out there and many people can't donate this year. Remember, you can always help the cause for free by turning a friend onto the stream. Let's unlock this Minecraft run together. Triforce donates $100 and says, watching GDQ has become a Marshall family tradition over the years. Thanks for making this such a great event for an awesome cause. Wow, we're in wholesome block right now. I'm really loving these donations. The energy is coming out. I can feel it. I can feel the energy from you guys. Jimmy88 donates $55.55 and says, I've missed most of the events, but look forward to catching up on YouTube over the next few weeks. Money goes to the Minecraft incentive. How about this? The Bug donates $500 and says, thanks to the GDQ community and MSF for all the great work that you do. What's that? I just heard that. Wait, really? Are you sure? It's time? Guys, it's time for Super Metroid 100% by Shiny Zenny!